All right, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? I wanted to do a couple shout outs this morning about my Florida trip, guiding for 2.5 weeks in South Florida. Um, First of all, I got up this morning and walked outside, and boys and girls, I'm not in Florida anymore. It is cold as shit here. But it's all good though. But I mean, man, it was warm in Florida. It was hot, uncharacteristic of what Florida usually is this time of the year. But anyway, I want to give some shout outs. I ended up with 9 guide trips while I was down there in a little over 2 weeks. And we had some great trips, man. We caught a lot of numbers on every trip. Most of the trips we caught good numbers. Every trip we caught at least a couple bigs to go with the numbers. Some trips we caught quite a few bigs, but a lot of numbers, man. But want to give some shout outs real quick. Bruiser Baits. We're catching so much fish on some of the trips, I started running out of baits. So I got on the phone with Bruiser Baits, Steve Dial. One of the baits I brought down was their Fatso stick. And I brought about 75 out of a pack of 100 down. It was a custom color that I had them run for me a while back. And after two trips on Lake Estepoga, I ran out of them. Called Steve short notice. He was able to make me 50 more. Went down, picked them up without even missing a beat. And then right after that, I was also using super swimmers and the slimmer swimmers as well. Shortly after that, I started running out of them. So I had to place a whole different order. I think I ordered 100 super swimmers and another 100 slimmer swimmers. They got them shipped right out to the address where I was staying at and never missed a beat on them either. Got them in time for my next trip on Estepoga, never missing a beat. So to Bruiser Bait, thank you guys. Bruiser Bait over and beyond, making sure I kept in stock with my baits while I was down there. Also, I've considered myself blessed over my lifetime to have, a lot of friends that I do, really, really good friends that, really support you, take care of you when you need it. But Jimmy Pfeiffer and Bobby Cody, they actually opened their house up to me, gave me a place to crash my head every night when I came off the water. But not only that, they went way over and beyond what I expected. Every night when I came off the water, they made sure they made extra from what they usually make for dinner for me, so I could be able to eat with them. Had food every night ready for me when I got there. Um, you know, Jimmy and Bob, thank you, man. Over and beyond what I even expected them to do for me while I was there. Bobby is my longtime team partner. Me and Bobby have a lot of great memories fishing tournaments down there together. Won a lot of money, won a lot of events, cashed a lot of checks. And Jimmy also had fished as a partner for a couple of years with me as well. So Bob and Jim, just thank you, man. And I had a great time hanging with you guys too while I was there. Dennis Crenshaw, Lake Placid Freshwater Charter and Guide. We hung together a couple nights, went out to dinner a couple nights. Best crappie guide in South Florida, Dennis Crenshaw. Thanks, brother. He's like a brother from another mother to me. So, Dennis, I appreciate it, man. Look forward to hanging with you when I get back down there in July as well for ICAST. And Corky and Tangi Neff. I've been really good friends with Corky now and Tangi for quite some time. But when I started running out of super swimmers, I got on the horn with Corky and told him I see if he had any he could throw my way. So Corky called me right back. He said I went out there, I dug up what I had. Come on over. You're more than welcome to take them. So Corky, Tangi, thank you, man, so much. But anyway, Corky, and Tangi, the best bass guides in South Florida. You're looking for a bass charter on Lake Estapoga, Lake June, Lake Placid, you have to holler at Corky and Tangi Neff. But anyway, uh, I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but last but not least, my wife. And a lot of people don't know this. My wife is actually the caregiver for my mother. My mother's been with us now for, I think, 7 years. She cannot live by her own. She needs 100 or 24/7 supervision. And it's something my wife does when I'm on the road. She never signed up for what she has to put up with my mother. But a big shout out to my wife for what she does while I am gone, to allow me to kind of live my dream, and try to make a living doing it. But I love my wife to death, but she didn't sign up for any of that, but she's a trooper when it comes to keeping the home fires burning for when I get back. Of course, my mother, every time I'm gone on the road, I always miss home. Miss my wife, miss my mom, my dogs, my cat. So it's always good, it's always really good to get back. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Another quick shout out. If you're in the Chattanooga area tomorrow, make sure you swing by Jack's Bait and Tackle. I think they're announcing to customers it's going to start at 12:30. They're a customer appreciation day. Their 56-year anniversary of being open. Jack's Bait and Tackle. Come down, show your support. I think they're going to have a fish fry there. Myself and my partner Colin Burnett will be broadcasting live on site with our podcast as well sometime during the day tomorrow. We'll have some bang up guests coming on as well tomorrow. Also Monday we're going to be filming podcast also. You can watch it live as well on our Deck Talk Podcast YouTube channel, as well as my Norman Leaf Fishing YouTube channel and CMB Bassin 1983 YouTube channel. Our guest Monday is going to be none other than Brian and Greg Watt from Power Pole. We got a lot of great stuff to talk about that's coming up with Power Pole, including something that Power Pole just released here recently. So anyway, that's going to be a cool episode. You guys don't want to miss it with Greg and Brian Watt from Power Pole. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope I didn't leave anybody out that was an integral part of this trip. But another shout out too to all the clients that booked me while I was down there. A lot of the clients that booked me has fished with me in the past. Some of them has fished with me as many as 3 or 4 or 5 times in the past. I did have a couple brand new clients that booked me, which was their first time, and hopefully they'll be back for more as well. So guys, anyway, I want to leave it at that. Tight lines, and guys, I'll see everybody on the water. Until next time, see ya.